day, good people, on a fine day in the year of the Paradigm. Tourney Dave, Bravo Dave, Anomaly, the Nomacars, few know me as a man who knows that it is time for Rebellion. We have a stacked show for you tonight. In our main event, we will have the Royal Crown Tournament continue, a triple threat match featuring Rinkah, featuring Panette, and featuring Clover. And we'll talk a lot about, in fact, we're going to talk a little bit more about Rinkah and her coming back recently, very soon, probably during our starting match. But as I go on, Flair has been asking for a match for so long after the debacle that was her and I believe Aaron staring at each other across the stairs many months ago. So Flair is in action tonight in an open challenge. Who will answer? We'll find out. There will be some other matches. The one thing that I need to get out of the way though, is this coming Saturday. Yes, is OC Revolution 25, January 25. Tonight we will be spinning a wheel, two wheel spins. Or I guess one wheel 2 times. We'll be figuring out how many competitors will be in the Fight Forever Championship matches this Saturday. And it's not going to be the same number unless that number is spun twice. We will see. And that's going to start to build our card, so get excited for it. Kuzu has not been seen, so I'm not entirely sure who's running the cameras today, but we will figure that out at some point. We got a whole show ahead of us, so I think we just got to get it on the road, but there is one more thing that I have to mention. Sakura has come to my office this past Friday after Fracture. And so tonight Sakura will be coming out to the ring to address the concerns and give an explanation. But more importantly, Sakura has challenged Arrow to a match. From what I understand, last night, Arrow accepted. And we can't just have that match tonight. No, tonight Sakura is going to explain herself as to why, first of all, why all of these things have been going on. I've talked to Sakura. I understand what's going on. I'm going to give her the floor, and I'm not concerned about what's going to happen. However, that match, I do believe needs to happen. Not really for any of us, but I think that match needs to happen for Sakura, and I think that match needs to happen for Arrow. I understand that. I'm sure all of us will start to understand it once Sakura's in the ring tonight. That will be later on tonight. But tonight we're starting with a little tag team action. So, if you don't mind, I think it's time we get the show on the road. I think it's time the stars go. Oh, hold on. The stars go. Black. Alright. We got a lot of talk about between these four. And I don't think I have any water, which is unfortunate. I will probably get some after this match. However, let's talk about Wattpad. Because Wattpad wants me to talk about Wattpad, specifically Mew. Now, Wattpad's in a very interesting dilemma. There's 2 camps. The first camp is Mew overexerted herself, and that's why she wasn't able to kick out and do her best in their tag team match, was the one who took the pinfall. Mew, however, says there's clear justification why we should still be #1 contenders. Panette brought out those brass knuckles when the referee was down and took 1 hit at Mew. Yuri couldn't come in to help, and Raptor saw him retain their titles. And now, they said, we don't care who it takes, we'll go through everyone. But we shouldn't need to, because we should still be on top. Wattpad should still be fighting for the titles. Now, right now, I know that they're focused on the Royal Crown Tournament. Just this past Friday, Marin was able to collect and win her half. Panette has a very tough match tonight against a very game Clover and a very game Rinkah, who just debuted a faction involving these two. And Yukiko. Which, I know. Alright, they're vibing. And you know what? That honestly warms my heart a little bit and does clarify some of the things that I discussed with them this past Saturday. I was gonna say, I had them in my office because I had to talk about fines. Because even though Chie said whatever happens out there, don't worry, I just gotta talk to Yukiko. Don't let anyone else interfere. And so this happened instead. Yukiko called out her new backup. Yukiko did ensure me that whatever fines takes place, they're all on her. This is not what their group is supposed to be. They just want to dominate the scene in the AEW Women's Division. And most importantly, and I think most heartbreakingly, she said that was just one little stunt that we had to pull, that I coordinated to prove a point to an old ally. And when I looked at her, it looked like she was about to say friend, but instead said ally. And while we get into this fight, these two allies in Burness and Hutao became allies in a fatal four-way match that has left the both of them banged up, but has apparently seen the both of them and Rinkah, who was also in that match, get together. Rinkah, Hutao, Burness, the three of them, Rinkah essentially, as I talked to them, gathered them after that fight. Mew, able to get out of it, was this close to being stunned as well. Hold on a minute. Ooh, oh, caught the leg too. Hold on, Mew's out here cooking. And into the corner. An elbow right to the heart of Burness. Burness, go. Tag's been made. Oh, hold on a minute. Reversal by Burness. Burness has actually been able to get, not, I won't say the better of both of these competitors, but it's kind of cooking a little bit. Punch right to the jaw. Another punch right to the jaw. And this is what I wanted to talk about with Burness, a little unhinged offense. We saw a lot of that during that fatal four-way matchup. Rinkah gathered the three of them, and I did want to continue to explain that during our meeting on Saturday. After the match said, hey, that could have been anybody's match, huh? Burness, you were this close to eliminating Hutao. Instead, I caught you with a spear. Hutao, I was so close to eliminating you as well until you caught me with a spear. And the both of them kind of worked together against Rinkah, and Rinkah was like, hey, maybe instead of all of us fighting each other, maybe we should fight together. And so the Flame Tribe was born. Rinkah, however, remembered Yukiko and gave her a call, saying, hey, you represent fire as well, don't you? Little Agi. And, ooh, and the Tree of Woe position. Called Yukiko and said, I think you deserve just as much recognition as Chie. When those tag team championships were yours, you were the one with that Amagi lock who was running the scene. Chie was the one who got you there. You were the one who kept you guys at the top of the mountain. And if that ain't the truth, it is the truth, to be honest. Big hits. And so Yukiko did not accept at that point, from what I've been told. She was coming to talk about it with them, and that's when Chie intercepted her backstage saying, hey, you're back. And those words, and when you hear those words, rather, and someone hasn't called you for almost a year, and we saw what Yukiko said this past Friday, she crashed out. Oh, hold on, into the pinfall. What is this? Not even one, but like, what was that move? Okay, Hutao. I think that's everything that was said during our meeting, but now we can kind of pay attention to what's going on in this fight. Tags were made to Burness. Whip through. Mew, oh goodness gracious. Mew with the rump first. Embarrassing our Rumble winner as the cheeks go to the face of Burness. And the audience despises it. And I know this audience is a bunch of degenerates. Boom! Burness rolls out, wisely rolls out of the ring. Mew going right after... Oh, hold on. Oh, still hit that DDT onto the apron. That's a nasty, vicious move. Mew's out here to hurt people just like that as she swings Burnus into the apron as well. Mew using her environment to her advantage as she tosses Burnus to the outside, saying, stay out. You're already hurt. It'd be a shame if I had to snuff out the Flame Tribe in their first match. Mew going wild on Burnus and on Hu Tao. This match started off all Burnus, but instead on the outside, Mew's going for that butterfly powerbomb. Extra damage outside of the ring. And now Burnus still not stunned, surprisingly. Oh, but look at Yuri walking around. We're at a count of 6. And it's wild that Yuri is putting her hands on Burnus. Tried to make sure that Burnus couldn't get back in the ring. That's where we were at this point, actually. Oh, and that might not have worked out in the favor of a Burnus. Oh, and she's locked in deep with that move, but Burnus able to fight out. Yuri, I think that was the nastiest thing we've ever seen Yuri do in a match. Usually it's still Mew who's like directing all of the antics and all of the bad, slap right to the face. All of the antics and all of the cheating in the matches, and again, another slap to the face. This is just embarrassing Mew right back, and those slaps must hurt because it's already gotten Mew down to orange on the head, and she hears the audience saying, you want to see it happen again? Burnus is going wild, saying, hey, I'll do it as many times as I need to. Tosses Mew into the corner, and this time makes a tag. Y'all, that was crazy. What is this? Wheelbarrow positioning from the heavens. Leg drop, nearly decapitating Mew. Sending her face first in the mat and a drop kick to the back. Somehow, some way. Oh, what is she doing? Is she like trying to gnaw at the fingers of Mew? This team is unhinged. First of all, and you know what? Maybe warranted. Maybe warranted earlier from when Mew essentially shoved her butt into the face of Burnus 3 times. Instead, Burnus lifted her face and smacked her dead in the jaw 3 times instead. And now she's gonna have to contend, however, with Yuri, who rages up. Oh, but got headbutted, and a suplex caught her right afterwards. This team, they ain't done yet. Oh, but turned around, reversed the climactic ending, and then a big boot of her own. And that very quickly is 1, and it's just 1. That signature Bernice boot. She's feeling the burn at this point. Hu Tao not. Oh, Hu Tao just got in. They both missed their moves there. Yuri lifting Hu Tao up. Hu Tao able to get from behind. Turns around, spinning around, and a leaping tombstone pile driver. Back-to-back big moves. 1, 2. Yuri doesn't have resiliency, still kicked out. Mew's just staring. Mew has not gotten back up onto the apron. She's just looking. And maybe she's just mad at this point. Knee drop. Kick to the back. And you have to wonder, you don't think that Mew's just gonna let Yuri do this by herself? If anyone can do it by herself, I think it could be Yuri, but a tag's been made. Burnus steps into the ring. Turns Yuri around. Oh, but the mix is in place for the fatal mix. Directly into the pinfall. That's 1. That's 2. Mew is not coming to help. Mew is not coming to help. And she's fine too. You see her over there. Burnus actually had the finisher reversed. Yuri, I think, was going for that climactic ending. Burnus was able to get just narrowly out of the way. And another, no, not a tag's being made. No, she's going to the top rope. And what is Burnus going here? Whatever it was, it missed wildly. I think she was going for another headbutt as Yuri's waiting for her to get up, saying it's time for a little climactic ending. Down goes over and goes around. Oh, I think may have been trying to hit it there, and instead tags in Hu Tao, and we know Hu Tao is the last will in the corner. If she thinks about hitting it right now, it could be all over. Instead, goes for a shoulder tackle. Yuri's still able to fight. Mew is leaving Yuri to rot. Hu Tao kips right back up. Yuri does not have resiliency. What is Mew doing? Can I say that I'm surprised? Disaster kick by Mew? No. But to do this to your own tag team partner in the middle of this match, has her up, suplex. She's got to be losing it at this point. Rolls Hu Tao into the pin. Hu Tao actually doesn't have resiliency either right now, but doesn't need it because that's just a count of 1. Yuri's still looking around saying, come on, what are you doing out here? And with that flip of the leg, 1, 2, Yuri, you might just want to stay down. Mew clearly doesn't care anymore. Maybe it was a smacks to the face by Burnus. I don't know what it was. And Yuri, I was gonna say, just can't hit that move, and they're going for, no, that's, yeah, I was gonna say they are going for that same move again. Wheelbarrow, leg drop. That guillotine leg drop, essentially. As Hu Tao, this is hard to watch. Yuri, we all question why work with Mew, and this is why Mew only cares about Mew. Big drop kick. Yuri, you gotta do something. Oh, and maybe she is. Climactic ending connects. Crawls into the pinfall, but Burnus right there. Breaks it up. Mew. The whole world is wondering, what are you doing? As Hu Tao makes the tag, they might be going for a tag team finisher at this point. Oh, that's the burning hammer position. Fatal mix connects with the knee of Hu Tao. Burning hammer, last will combination takes out Yuri. What was Mew doing? Yuri just left her to the Flame Tribe. I'm sorry, Mew just left Yuri to the Flame Tribe. What happened? Wattpad, what are you doing? I don't even have an explanation for that. Mew's gonna have to explain herself. But I'll be real, when you are a team that is just debuting, you don't want to, talk to Yuri during that match. You don't want to see what's up with Mew. You just want to get the win by any means necessary, because if that was just a mind game by Mew to catch them off guard, that's the last thing you want. I can't believe that. I'm legitimately in shock. Watch that Tommy back on. Legitimately in shock. Why? I got no answers. However, I do have one. Just recently, Pops has been winning everything by countout, and I'll be real, he might be trying to do it again. This time it's 1v1. Mondo banned from ringside. Skips banned from ringside. It is 1v1. Pie, Pops, and it starts as the stars go. Black. And out first. Here comes Pie. Pie, who has been on a roll recently. Well, I can't say a roll, did just lose by countout. However, he did lose by countout. Potentially because he was banged up from the attack prior to that match by Al Haytham and Kave, the team known as Yowie Wowie. Al Haytham later had a pretty bad night, if we're gonna be real. If we want to keep that pointing out. Cashed in his golden ticket. However, I don't know why you would cash in against Cassius Bright. Maybe try to take advantage of triple threat rules, and did. Maybe thought, hey, I can beat Yosuke Hanamura, and almost did, but Cassius Bright kipped directly up and kicked the man. In a moment where the world stood still, Al-Haytham hit his finisher. Yosuke had not built up resiliency and was banged up. It was almost over. That being said, here comes Pops.
From New York, weighing in at 211 pounds.
Loving in the summertime, And now, will Pops win by countout tonight as well? That's the real question. That I would like to know. I think that would be hilarious, but I don't think that Pi would think that would be hilarious. We'll find out tonight, though. Pops, in maybe his first one-on-one match? Since he's been in the AWE, he's been a part of the tag team division. I don't know if he's had a 1v1 match. He may have had a triple threat match at some point, or a fatal four-way between other tag team partners, but I don't think he's ever had a 1v1 match. And especially not with the homies band from ringside. But here he is tonight. Pops. Pi. One-on-one. And it starts now. Oh, Pops gets the advantage to start. Big, ooh, shooting uppercut. And climbing to the top, Pops. Actually waiting for Pi to get up. Looking to put on a jolly good show, but Pi with the reversal. A scoop slam connects and going right after Pops. Kicks right to the midsection and then rubbing the boot, or rather the sneakers, glowing sneakers. And taking it to Pops, honestly. As much as you can hate the guy, and there's a lot to hate, let's be real, you gotta appreciate what he can do in the ring. He is a competitor, he puts it all out there, but that's another thing. You stay too angry, you lose focus in a match, you lose. That's why a lot of Pi and his career has been losses up until the fight before Christmas this past December. It seems he's found a new focus, but I'll be real, after the attack, you might be thinking he's got Al-Haytham and Kaveh on the mind, but has to focus on Pops tonight. Because he's got to do that not just for himself, but he's got to do that for Mondo. His partner and tag team partner. Pops is honestly, I was gonna say, getting real banged up right now. Hold on a minute. Flying knee. And another big stomp to Pops. But Pops with the reversal. What is Pops doing here? Looking for... Oh, hold on a minute. This is a submission hold. I guess I keep forgetting that man's is a submission expert, a submission magician, technical wrestler, in its entirety of the form. But he can still bang you up too, especially if he drops your whole back onto the apron. Pi stands right back up, but may have fallen right into Pops' trap again in that submission hold, trying to tear the arms off of Pi, maybe trying to weaken his attempts for that slice of Pi. It hasn't worked out too much so far. Oh, but this might work out for him. Out of the ring, whirling dervish into the barricade. Just like that, all it takes is one big move to come back in a fight like this. Pops narrowly catches himself after going to that barricade. And he goes face first, a big old dome first. And I think Pi might be thinking about trying to win this by count out himself. Starts to drag Pops, actually throws Pops to the side. We're at a count of 7 as Pi goes into the ring. And look at that. Pi saying, yep. Count out sounds real good to me. However, Pop staying focused on this fight. Dragged over the ropes, maybe thinking about that slice of Pi. No. We know he loves that unidentified slice of pie. Got reversed by Pops. Uppercut again, shoot uppercut. Big kicks. Right to the chest and to the cups that are on the chain of Pie. Pops. Well, I'll be real at the start. Oh my gosh! That finisher is on lock. Is Pie gonna have to tap out here? No, it looks like he does survive. Actually, Pops lets him go. May have been a wise decision, but Pie sweeps the leg. Pops steps back in. Pie realizing, maybe realized a little too late. Wasn't the time to celebrate there, and that's what we're talking about. Pie, sometimes too full of himself. While he is good, you gotta have a modicum of just where you are, saying you can't taunt wherever you are. Just because someone is right in front of you, you gotta focus on him. You can't just taunt on him. Kick to the back, though. We talked about that lack of focus before. Will it spell the end of him in this match? Because Pops already has another finisher lined up. Steps in. Like Pie was trying to show off with that unidentified slice of pie, but hold on a second. Maybe it was focused enough because we see one, we see two. Kick out by Pops. Lord Pops in there. Pops rolls out of the ring. Pie thinking about diving out. Instead steps out. Pops was waiting for him. And instead drags Pops to the, grabs Pie to the corner. Gets the knee. Kick to the ankle. What is Pops thinking here? Looks like it doesn't matter. Pie able to get out of it. Couple big hits, much needed hits. Oh, but Pops responds right back. Big boot. And here's the problem. Pie is on the verge of being stunned. If one or two more moves connect, he could be in danger. Luckily, I was gonna say maybe he found that focus, but maybe he didn't. Instead, locked in again deep. Burns resiliency in this fight. Drop kick to the back. Pops respected competitor. Pie, however, hitting that big move worked out in his favor. Hold on a minute, climbed up to the top rope. What is Pie thinking here? Going after Pops. Gets all of the double knees and doesn't go into the pinfall. I was thinking going directly into the pinfall. Instead saying, hey, it might be time for that slice of Pie off of the ropes. This time the flashy maneuver may have just paid off for one, for two, and resiliency burned on Pops as well. That might have been the wisest thing he's done in this matchup. Pops had a full signature bar. On the ropes, what is he thinking? Again, moonsault. Crawls into the pinfall. Honestly, might be enough to put Pops away. 1, 2, and it is. He's done it. Hello? What's going on? Camera feed? Who cut the cameras? What's going on in the ring? What happened? For a second I saw Al Haytham there, but I don't know what happened. We might have to, at some point during the night, I'm gonna have to go through, the feed from the audience, from you guys, from anyone in the audience, but, I'm gonna have to get a fan camera perspective. This is why we need Kuzu on the cameras. What happened? I saw Al Haytham out there at the last second. Watch how turn me back on, or I guess the stars can put me back on. What just unfolded? What happened to Pie? We'll exit real quick. I have no idea what just went on. Y'all, to say that I am confused, as confused as you guys probably are, I have no idea what just happened. I'm gonna do my darndest to sort through a whole bunch of just video from people at the event. I don't know. I have no idea, admittedly. I guess we'll find out, we will see. For right now, though, it is the Flair Open Challenge. Who will answer Flair's call tonight? And we're gonna find out, so get excited, get set. Ready, yet, get set. We'll have people check on Pi. Where's my phone? Let me get security on that. I just need to make sure he is just around or okay. Let it go, my generation. Alright, well, we'll see what happened to Pi. Security at least said that he is backstage, so he wasn't, like, kidnapped or anything, but I don't know who cut the cameras and why it was necessary. We got a show to keep going on with it. We'll continue Flair versus who knows who as the stars go. We need Kuzu back. Anywho. Tonight, Flair is in action. OC. Flair, best of luck to you. Knows how to brawl with the best of them, brawl with the rest of them. I don't think has had a great, you know, track record in the AWE, admittedly. Had an open challenge, lost, not an open challenge, challenged Aaron, I believe. Those two went toe-to-toe, I believe. Flair did not get the W there. Flair, I think, fought Hatsune Miku. It didn't get the W there. But that wasn't like a legal competition. I think Flair's only really fought once, technically. This being the second affair, but who will Flair be fighting? This sounds familiar.
From Asgard, the
Palutena? I don't even think she goes here. Y'all, has she ever gone here? Who called Palutena? Who's friends with Palutena? I have no idea, but alright. I suppose it's gonna be Flair versus Palutena tonight. In Flair's open challenge, Flair wanted to fight in the ring, and that is what's going on tonight. Palutena is here, I guess. Best of luck to her. I don't think I see a pit, but you know what? I'm not complaining about Palutena being here. Just to my knowledge, she doesn't go here. I'm glad she goes here because, you know, she's kind of a motherly figure. Anywho, let's continue. Let's keep this going on. It is Flair. It is Palutena. Isn't Palutena like a goddess or something? Hey, you know what? It wouldn't be the first time Flair has gone toe-to-toe with some sort of, pseudo or kind of deity. Palutena immediately goes there for a 1-2. Oh my gosh, already a 2. I guess there's really no knowing just how hard these hits are hitting. Like a regular suplex from somebody, you know, might be alright, but like that suplex from Palutena might hit different. You know what I'm saying? But Flair trying to use a cheeky roll-up early in the fight for not even one. This is going to be an uphill battle for Flair, and off the middle rope, I think, with that elbow with a springboard. Palutena whips the kick, giving Flair an opening for that powerbomb. Flair, all-around decent human being. Palutena, green-haired warrior in Smash. I don't know a lot about. I was gonna say I should have done some research, but I didn't know Palutena was gonna be out here. If Palutena was gonna be out here more often, I'm gonna have to do a lot more research. Palutena from Kid Icarus, I believe. What is going on here? We've seen a lot of Tree of Woe tonight, actually, I think. Is that the second Tree of Woe that we've seen tonight? I think. Maybe. Maybe not. I might be tripping. Armbar is locked into position. Flair, I think, realizing I've got to play the long game when it comes to Palutena if I'm going to stand a chance in this matchup. But right now, Flair does have the advantage as another atomic drop hits. That'll rattle your crotch, it will. Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you going, Flair? I'm pretty sure this is just a normal 1v1 match, and she may have paid dearly for it with a bulldog. Palutena back up. The thing about Palutena, I don't know if she's been studying the game. I don't know what she knows about wrestling, but if she's here, certainly she wants to fight. And who am I to say no for one? Here's the thing, Flair. Signature's on lock. If she's able to hit it, Palutena could be down. Quick, no. Reversal of the kick. And instead, Palutena, it looked like she was thinking about a signature there. Everybody got their cameras out. Oh, you know what? Maybe the camera flashes will be enough to get some of the action. Oof! Flair down, no resiliency burn though. I was gonna say that the flashes from cameras in the audience may be enough to see what happened at the end of Pai's match. Kick to the midsection, DDT. Palutena's got the finisher. What is she doing here? Top rope. Oh my gosh, 450 elbow drop, but honestly, Miss Flair instead caught all of the canvas. Disgusting, might have broken her arm with this one, and Flair using that opportunity to say, no, 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 absolutely not. Whiffing a move like that, so close, if you don't capitalize afterwards, just not even one. Didn't you just, like, break your arm on the mat? Palutena, how do you kick out of one? It couldn't be me. Up, and is that a pile driver? Flair, geez Louise, I was gonna say take it easy, but I guess you don't know what Palutena's capable of, so you gotta bring your A game tonight. And that's exactly what she's doing. Flair looking for a drop kick to the face. Basement drop kick. Palutena, however, sweeps the leg. Turns Flair around, Flair reversing, it looks like the finisher, and a crucifix lands. Didn't go for the pin right afterwards. Flair has a signature, has a finisher. It might be her time to shine. Will she go to the top rope and this time says, this is how you hit an elbow drop. Gets every ounce of it. Crawls into the pin. That's one. That's two. And that is... No, it's not. What? That's why you don't say things too soon in the commentary business. I was certain that was going to be resiliency, but instead, Flair's tuning the band, and, gets the foot caught. Palutena elbow right to the shin. Flair starting to stay on top of this, but instead, spine buster by Palutena. Look at this. That's not where you want to be, but, ooh, goes for that splash. She's got to hit that kick. She's got to get resiliency burned on Palutena, because at this point, I don't really know what it's going to take. Figure four, because Flair, honestly, super fresh. She's been doing great in this fight. And now she's looking for that kick again. She said, look, if I can hit it this time, certainly. Again, getting out of the way. Big chop. Palutena said, you can beat me up all you want, but you can't kick me in the face. Flair trying to reverse there instead. It looked like Palutena almost ripped the nostrils of Flair with the back to the referee. Again, shot to the gut, Flair staying in this. Dragging Palutena to the corner, it looks like. What is she thinking here? Oh, sending Palutena high. And, ooh, went for another shot. Saying, it looks like you're not comfortable. Ooh, Fisherman's Northern Lights soup. Wait, no, not done yet. Hold on a minute. Northern Lights into a neck breaker. 1, 2. Flair kicks out, resiliency burn. What was that? It was a Northern Lights suplex, and then instead, up on the shoulders. We saw that earlier in the fight. Palutena, it whiffed last time. Flair might be safe from it this time. Up and around, Flair gets out of the way. Flair refusing to let this go by. This opportunity that she asked for is a super... Oh, no, again. Catches the foot. Palatine is still ready for Flair, apparently. How much has this match turned around? It was all Flair, and somehow, some way, Palatine has said, you will not be kicking me in the face. Flair rolls out of the way. Flair also saying, you won't be hitting me with that elbow from the top rope. You can be all flips and all flash all you want. When it comes to this ring, it's about who can get the 3 count. Flair hits the elbow drop. Palatine, to my knowledge, first time ever in the AWE DDT. I think Flair realizing if I can stun her, I can kick her. Break count of 5. Oh, but the sweep of the leg, Palatine survives. Count of 6. Oh, Palatine is actually stunned. Flair might try and win this thing by count out. And I think actually will win this thing by count out. We're at count of 8. We're at count of 9. And Flair's gonna take the count out victory. Flair, I think at the last moment, realizing I can't kick her. I just need to keep her out here. Flair does pick up the victory by count out. Not exactly decisive, but it does indeed get the job done. Congratulations to Flair. Fist up in the air. Good on her. Palatine hit some nasty moves in the onset, and that's, I think, when Flair started to worry a little bit, saying, there's other ways to win this. Ring IQ, it's important here in the AWE as the stars go. Black, she got the victory. Congratulations to Flair. However, we got 2 more fights left on the docket tonight. It's a couple people who have a couple things in common. We have the Gatekeeper and Sir Gregor going 2-on-2 with Shadow, not Sonic, and Fulgent. It's gonna be a good show. These two not like official tag teams, but they said, hey, let's get the fight on. Shadow wanted another opportunity tonight, and Fulgent said, hey, they call me Mr. Rumble. They don't call him Mr. Rumble. But he has had, honestly, back-to-back very decent Rumble performances. Can Fulgent prove he can hang with some of the best in Gatekeeper? And honestly, after the last time he performed, Shadow, who very narrowly lost his his Royal Crown qualifying match as the stars go. Black. And out first.
The following contest is a tag team match set for. Introducing first, from another time, weighing in.
It is Sir Gregor. Former tables champion. Mans with the heaviest hands had a decent feud with Qtaro about who's the better beefy boy. Qtaro won, but people still honestly impressed by Greg's ability to kick out of the burger bomb and the heavy shots by Qtaro so many times. Too many times, maybe even rather too many limes. As the night rolls on, Greg is here tonight. Will he be able to win is the real question. Let's find out. Because his partner is nobody to sneeze at either. He is the first Fight Forever champion. He is a former AWE champion. In fact, when you think about it, maybe he should be thinking about a tag team partnership. These two valiantly guard the gates of their own duty. Greg, in a sense, was a gatekeeper who became a playable character. Gatekeeper, I suppose, was also just a gatekeeper who became a playable character in Heroes, right? Fire Emblem Heroes, and tonight, you know what? He might have to fight John Cena too. We talk about very good guys. Gatekeeper is one of the best good guys of all time. Was converged though, so some people are like, didn't he have a heel run? He doesn't really recall any of that. That's why he still wants truly his world title opportunity. We'll see if he's able to do it. Tonight, it's not for a world title opportunity. They're just, you know, doing some big old fights. Get some good fights under your belt. Show off some fantastic moves. We'll see what you're able to do. However, tonight, Gatekeeper is proud and honored to be standing here to fight for everyone. Let's see what he's able to do. Tonight, he'll be going 2-on-2. Oh, look at Greg out there, just kind of proud, like, yeah, that's my guy. I think they would be a cute little team, however, they are going up against Fulgent.
And from another time,
I'm sorry?
weighing in at 192 pounds.
Fulgent with Hot Topic? I'm not sure why Hot Topic's here, but okay. Fulgent is out here with apparently Gwen and Marcy. Maybe they're here for Shadow. Y'all don't think they're out here for Shadow, do you? Maybe they were out here for Shadow and they were like, hey, Fulgent's cooler. Or maybe Shadow said, go out with him, I'm entering alone. That wouldn't surprise me either. But if they're out here for Shadow, I could buy that. Fulgent's out here though, like, yeah, sure, you can come out with me. The more the merrier, because honestly, Fulgent, he's just happy to compete too. I think the only one who's out here to prove something might be Shadow the Hedgehog. Might be that man's, but Fulgent's saying, hey, let's do it. A dragon at heart looks to want to do this right, I guess. Not much about that we can say. We just know he's a good guy, and he's pretty good in the ring. And speaking of those who are pretty good in the ring, in fact, I think the other team should be concerned mostly about keeping him out of the ring.
Weighing in at 100 pounds.
It's Shadow. I'm gonna triple down and say they need to probably focus on keeping him out of the ring. Shadow proved what he can do. He proved that he is one of potentially the grittiest competitors in the AWE. He is the Ultimate Life Form and has taken some moves from some Ultimates who have competed in the AWE. We saw him use the Pimp Slap. We saw him use Long Ways to Go. Or maybe you secretly remember the Entourage. That's clearly not the case. However, it is Greg starting this thing off, and it looks like it is Fulgent starting this thing off. And I'm still a little confused about Hot Topic being here. But if they're here for Shadow, that makes a lot more sense to me. As he's lifted up. And I'll be real as that connects. Greg might not know Fulgent, but Fulgent definitely knows Greg. Fulgent is the all-seeing Corrin. He sees every Corrin timeline. He knows the Obods. He knows... uh-oh. Hold on a minute. I was gonna say Gatekeeper now in this fight. I don't think he knows Gatekeeper, though. As I was going to say, he knows all of the Corrin timelines. He knows the Obods, the Umbras, but I don't think he knows Greg or I'm sorry, he doesn't know Gatekeeper. He definitely knows Greg. Greg married Umbra in Fire Emblem. Oof. But I'll tell you what, right now Fulgent's getting rocked by these two heavy-handed gentlemen. And I think they're doing what they wanted to do best, and that's keep Shadow out of the ring. Jessica ran for the pinfall, didn't quite get there in time. And a shoulder check by Greg. That's like a brick wall running into you. That's not something you want to feel. Now, I've talked to Gatekeeper in passing a few times. He's always asking, what do you think's next for me? And I said, hey, you're one of the greats. People recognize you. They always cheer you when you come out. And he's in that Royal Crown tournament. Maybe what's next for him is the AWE Championship again. Ugh. Rolls out. Fulgent also in that tournament, keep in mind. And they're on opposite sides of the ring. In fact, the only person who wasn't in that tournament is Greg, I believe. But you know who was in it and just failed to shin this past Friday? Sonic. No, it's not Sonic, my bad. Shadow the Hedgehog. And he's not happy about it. Let's be real. Ooh, drop kick to the side of the skull, I guess, of Greg. Rolled through with that kick as well. Greg stands right back up, though, saying, nope, didn't hurt. But he can't put Shadow down, and oh my gosh! He kicked Greg into Jessica. I don't know how Jessica got back up so quick. Usually when that happens, the referee's down for like 8 minutes. Goodness gracious. And that's why I said you might want to keep Shadow out of the ring. He's sending Greg flying with reckless abandon. Poor Jessica. Oh, man. In our penultimate match of the night, that kick catches Greg, and now it might be Shadow saying, I'm going to keep the Gatekeeper out of this match, as Greg's tossed 9 into the corner. Shadow, I think, honestly wants to do this alone. He said it might be easier for me to just fight a 2-on-1 match. Sorry, Fulgent. I'm the ultimate life form. Climbs to the top rope, starting to look to try and put this thing away. Is he's going for a, oh my gosh! Maybe he did just need to fight on his own. This is crazy. Luckily, Greg able to get some separation. Elbows to the head of Shadow the Hedgehog. Lifting Shadow up. Able to actually hit a move on him. Dropped him on the ropes. Now, big man going after the tiny legs of Shadow. Makes the tag to Gatekeeper, saying, be careful out there. Completely fresh Gatekeeper against a, honestly, pretty fresh Shadow the Hedgehog. He was raging up, but instead, Gatekeeper flew through the ropes and tackled him. Drag, no. Shadow says no. Could still see count out. Shot to the leg. Tossed to the outside. Count of 5. We're at 6. 7. Shadow's back in. Gatekeeper realizing. Oof! Actually, reversal there by Gatekeeper. He didn't have to realize anything. In fact, he might need to realize things now. He was going for his signature. Shadow reversed it. Shadow is honestly fighting this 2-on-1 right now. And he's doing a pretty decent job. Turns Gatekeeper around and rocks him in the corner with a flurry of fist. And finally makes the tag again to Fulgent. What's Fulgent thinking at this point? 2 armor-clad gentlemen. Drops Fulgent on his neck. Fulgent immediately rolling out. He got battered by Greg early. Goes flying, steps out of the way. Fulgent saying, ring IQ. I got some. Greg, however, got heavy hands. You don't want to get hit by that man's. Ooh, turnaround elbow. And again, wait, caught him instead. Side of the, I don't even know if he has ears, to be honest. I was going to say side of the ear, but I don't think he got those. Gatekeeper keeping him in his corner, saying, hey, you and I, we could put on a good match. Shadow, that thing's kind of scary. Lifting Fulgent back up. Measured strike right to the jaw. And now he's calling for it. Could we be thinking long ways? Nothing to report. Not long ways to go. I was like, Shadow would be doing that. Tags can't be made to Shadow. He's gone into the ring, and now Gatekeeper using that to his advantage with a DDT. I forgot Hot Topic was ringside. They certainly are there. Still, I think, trying to take down Greg, but that boot connects. What's going on here? Tossed into the corner. And oh, the metal against the face. And again with the gauntlet. Fulgent gets the leg up. Tossed. Ooh, no, reversed. Missed the kick, though, Gatekeeper. But again, with the gauntlets to the face of the dragon, trying to continue opening up that wound, it looked like, as the powerbomb connects out of the corner. And the tag's been made to Greg, who is very clearly not as fresh, but he sure did rage up. But the tag's been made to Shadow. That's the last thing you wanted to see. Because look at this, long ways to go. Right from Ryoma's playbook, and he says, get in here, Gatekeeper, your friend needs you. Shadow relentless, Shadow ruthless. Waiting for Greg to get up and stopped waiting, said, alright, you know what, no, that's about it. That's about all she wrote. Kick to the midsection. X Factor. And I thought was going to tag in. Fulgent instead, ooh! Said, I can finish this myself for 1, for 2. Resiliency burned on Greg. And I think he may still be trying to end this thing. Directly into the pinfall again, not giving Greg a second to breathe. 1, 2, and Greg kicks out this time. Had no resiliency. If this were anybody else, they would have been down. However, he's going for it again. And this time, Greg the wiser one. Greg, this time, a step wiser. Tried to go for that punch. Shadow dodges it. A shoulder check of his own, which is wild. Stops the tag from being made. And here's the thing. Greg almost stunned, and I think he will be once that arm snaps. Shadow weakening the arm of Greg. My gosh. Oh my gosh, is he gonna try and make Greg tap? No way he could. No way is the correct answer. Greg stood right back up. What's he thinking here? Lifting Shadow up and just sending him down with a punch of his own. Greg said he's got a lot of fight left in the tank and tags in the Gatekeeper. So they're staying in this match. Off the ropes. Hurricane Rana tipped up afterwards. And Gatekeeper wisely getting out of there. At this point, he knows he's got a long ways to go in this fight, apparently. 1, 2. Gatekeeper kicks out, no resiliency. Greg likely realized the Gatekeeper was almost completely fresh, but that is very slowly but surely changing. I'd like to point out, maybe we got 2 ultimate life forms, because Gatekeeper, I'm kind of surprised that he's alright. Oh, he's not alright anymore. And I think Greg realized that. He saw the armor shuffle with that hit. You gotta imagine it may have hurt even worse when the armor shuffled after after Shadow. Shadow's gonna kill me for saying Sonic like 3 times in this fight. Wait a minute, reversal. If he's able to put Shadow down with this German suplex, it could be all she wrote, but instead, I'll be real, Gatekeeper, you might have wanted to let Shadow make the tag, but maybe at this point he's realizing Fulgent ain't too bad either, and if Fulgent gets in the ring with Greg, I might be in trouble and our team might be in trouble. Tag's been made to Greg. Greg was thinking, wait a minute. Hot Topic tried to distract Greg. It didn't work. Gwen saying, hold on a minute. I gotta do this for Shadow. Maybe they are Shadow fanboys. Huh. Tag's been made. I don't know if actually Greg saw the tag be made. Gatekeeper sure saw, but wasn't able to do anything about it. Bulldog hits. Trying to go for a sneaky pin on the Gatekeeper. Knows he's taking a finisher, a signature, and it's enough to burn resiliency. I told you earlier, the ring IQ of Fulgent. Is he like a Cassius Bray in the ring? No, no. Certainly not, but he's got his moves. Oh my gosh. Wrenching at the arm. But gets taken down quick. Gatekeeper realizing, I gotta get rid of resiliency on at least one of them. But here's the thing, Gatekeeper does not have a finisher yet. He's gonna have to hit like one more big move, and a finisher could be in his arsenal, and I think he just realized that. As again, over and over again, he's like, I gotta weaken your head. Power bomb connects. And goes for the pinfall. I think he realized this could be the resiliency I needed him to burn. Okay, not only was Shadow not getting there quick enough, Fulgent somehow had the audacity, the grit, to kick out without resiliency. I don't know how he did that. Because of that, they might survive again. Kick to the gut. Face getting dragged against the ropes, and what do we got going on here? Stomped onto the elbow. Now, hold on a minute. Elbow to the heart. And here's the thing, Shadow can't come in and help, and this time Fulgent, he's hurting bad. Again? No shot. He just kicked out again. Oh, he's not kicking out of this. Big punch by Greg. Fulgent is rocked. My gosh. Y'all, I'm shocked. I'm in awe that Fulgent kicked out. And with the roll-up here, hold on a minute. If Greg doesn't come in here, 1, 2... I thought he stole it, y'all. I thought he stole it. Oh, but he's not gonna steal that, and he's not kicking out of that. That's definitely resiliency out of here. That's 1, that's 2, and that's resiliency burn on Fulgent. My gosh. Fulgent's gotta make that tag, or at the very least, he's gotta reverse this, and he does. Or maybe he's thinking maybe we'll work together with a move. Shadow says, no, I don't intend to work together with you. When you're done, you can tag me in. Maybe he needs to tag in now. Oh, hold on a minute. What was going on there? Reversal by Fulgent. They are going to work together. Hold on. Heavy kick by Shadow. Y'all, I don't know how Fulgent kicked out those other 2 times without burning resiliency. I have no idea. Ooh, headbutt with the helmet by Gatekeeper. Shadow lifted right back up. Into the corner. Kick. Here's the thing. The longer these matches go on, I think the more they favor the other team, the more they favor Gatekeeper and Sir Gregor. Has his arm down. Shadow kips right back up and says, the big man. The one that I've hurt the most in this fight. And maybe going to hurt him again as he goes flying. And it looks like he's still going flying with that. Oof! Looks like a senton, maybe just a seated senton on him. And Gatekeeper might be out of the equation for a little bit. Shadow wisely gets back into the ring. Right now it's a 1v1. But Greg has the advantage. And if he's able to hit that shot to the gut, which he did, and another shot to the face. And a punch to the jaw. We talk about the power of the fist of the faceless. And again, oh, he was going for that combination again. Reversal. What is he going for here? Oh, knockout blow. Gatekeeper, I don't know if he's back up to his senses right now because that's 3. Shadow picks up a much-needed victory with Fulgent, who just survived. Shadow did all the work. Fulgent just, survives. I gotta give it to him for kicking out. And Hot Topic was there. Can I say I know why they were there? No, I can't. They just wanted to show up, I suppose. But that is our match as we head over to Royal Crown action. It's triple threat. It's elimination. It's Clover, it's Panette, and it's Rinkah. Who will move on in the tournament? Marin moved on. Will Panette join her? Tonight, the Flame Tribe picked up a tag team victory. Will Rinkah? Or will Clover, who has unexpected, vicious, and unstoppable moments, come through with her victory today? All three have a real opportunity, but only one will win when the stars go. Black. So. Here comes Clover.
Extreme Rules match. Making her way to the ring.
There we go.
From Kyoto, Japan. The Axe, Clover.
Let's talk about Clover. If you think between Rinkah, between Panette, and between Clover that she's the underdog, that's exactly what she wants you to think. When it comes to these big multi-person matches, remember back at AV Mania 2, we had a tables championship qualifier match. All you had to do was eliminate somebody, not even just win the match, and you go on to the ladder. I'm sorry, you go on to the tables match at AV Mania 2. Clover put everyone through a table and won the championship at AV Mania. When it comes to multi-person matches, don't count Clover out. However, although she was very briefly tables champion, this is a woman who has been champion for 380 days straight. And still tag team champion. And honestly,
Unknown. One half of the Action Wrestling Extreme Champions, Panette.
when it comes to who's the most determined to win this thing, I think Marin may have just increased Panette's determination. After winning her match this past, what, Friday? There's no shot that Panette doesn't want to come out clutch and come out on top of this one. She said the Racket Assault 1v1 is still possible, but I gotta be the one to come out on clutch on top of this. I'm sure Clover's hoping Panette underestimates her, but there's no shot Panette's underestimating anybody in this competition, because now she's also looking dead at the powerhouse
Representing the tribe,
of the Flame Tribe.
the real deal, Rinkah.
Now, there are two ways to look at Rinkah. In terms of in-ring experience, she doesn't have a lot. Sure, she has been in the AW before, but it's been a long time since she's been here. She just came back at the Rumble at the end of December. It's mid-January. She's only had, I think, the Rumble match, a Fatal 4-Way match, and then murdering Chie. That's all she's really done at this juncture. However, if you think about it a different way, she also might be the biggest threat in this match. She is easily the strongest member of this match in terms of raw power. If they team up against her, oh, it could be easy peasy. However, if they don't let her take any damage and they fight each other and leave Rinkah for last just because, hey, her ring IQ might not be as great as the rest of ours, they could be in trouble. So the real lesson here is don't underestimate anybody. Don't underestimate a soul, because if you do, you might fall. And I think the biggest person here has to remember that lesson is Panette. Let's see if that all plays out in this match, because only one will go on in our Royal Crown tournament. Will it be Clover? the underdog? Will it be Panette, the long haul champion, or will it be Rinkah, the member of the Flame Tribe? It rolls. Rinkah's injured. Rinkah is injured. Keep that in mind. Rinkah, I think injured from probably that fatal 4-way match with her members of the Flame Tribe and Mona. But I think the biggest point to that is that's probably where they all kind of had their first conversation. That's probably all where they bonded. It was in probably medical. That's probably where she made her friends, made her new family. But right now, everybody's going after everybody. Nobody with a clear advantage right now. Reverse DDT to the back of the neck, and then Rinkah powering through with honestly some terrifying speed, but they work together to continue to try and agitate that back. Panette kicked to literally the both of them at the same time, whipping that leg though. It's big old brawler versus powerhouse versus all-arounder and Clover. Shot to the head. And goes right back after Rinkah. Here's the thing, I'm pretty sure, and there's that raw power we were talking about. I was gonna say, I think Panette has the speed advantage on Rinkah, but I'll tell you who has the power advantage. It's definitely Rinkah, tossing Panette like yesterday's laundry, and now they're both realizing that and saying, all right, she's already hurt, we gotta just, we gotta do something about this real quick. One, and here's the thing. While doing that pinfall early might not seem like a great strategy and move, it forces Rinkah to use some of that back to try and kick out the already hurting back. And now there's a ladder in the middle of the ring. Every move that might land on that, as she falls, like thigh first onto that ladder, that's gonna hurt. That is going to hurt. Oh no, hold on. And she actually might have to use resiliency for that. Ooh, Clover fell backwards. Might have hit the back of her neck actually on the ladder now that I look at it. Oh, hold on. Panette, oh my gosh, look at the back. The mounted strikes, and she's forcing the back of Rinkah to kind of just be contorted. Right there, and instead the brawler not able to use that armbar, but they are both working almost flawlessly together against Rinkah, who's forced to roll to the outside, eat defeat, as Panette lands on that ladder. Everybody's been landing on that ladder, essentially. Wicked kick by Clover. Now the only one in the ring, hops out. Now Panette the only one in the ring. And now nobody in the ring. Ooh! Big clothesline. Now here's the thing, I think this might be exactly what Rinkah wanted. Make sure all of this happens outside of the ring so everybody is as hurt as possible. So it's an even playing field as they go back in. How long will this last is the real question. Powerbomb by Panette. Here's the thing, I could see Panette goading out resiliency on the outside. That's the one issue for everybody else. So maybe that's exactly what Panette wants as well. Dragging Rinkah potentially over into the ring, and that's exactly what she does. But she might be trying to pay attention to Clover as she is putting a whole ladder in the ring right now. Goes diving and catches Rinkah. And they're still both going after Rinkah. And I can't blame them because that's the right strategy. But here's the thing, Panette's been making sure Clover's been doing most of the work. Clover's taking much more damage to the body than Panette has, but she's looking to change that now. Saying, I can't be played a fool in this fight. Oh, shot to the back. And she might be playing a fool in the fight because concussion clause connected. And Rinkah actually steps out of the way. Thought about going after Panette. Panette was just a step too fast. And maybe looking to try and burn Clover's resiliency super early in this fight. 1, 2, does not work out. Here's the thing, Panette has those 2 finishers. Clover's got the 1, and she may be looking to now realize, hey, I see our weak link over there, the one who walked into this fight early. If I can take out Panette lickety-split. Missed her kick. And Panette responds off the ropes with a Superman punch. Move theft! She's using the Wyvern Sleeper against her. However, the master of the Wyvern Sleeper says, no, that's not gonna work on me. Drop kick, and her knee might have gotten caught in that ladder while she was standing on it. Oh, but that kick does connect. Panette actually might be the first one to burn resiliency in this fight, and she is not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no shot, she's not. Clover, however, now realizing she's gonna have to fight back and fight everybody, including Rinkah. Blockbuster. Rinkah kips right back up and eats a couple more kicks to the head. Now here's the thing, Clover does still have a finisher. I'm sure she doesn't want to waste it on Panette, but at this point, it's not a waste. Going to get that trash can, it looks like. No, she actually sees Rinkah and says, this might be an opportunity to take you out of this fight real quick. Drop! The back of her neck landed right onto the metallic part of that sledgehammer. Rinkah so slow to get up. She has to be hoping that she doesn't aggravate her back injury at this point. Tossed into the ring. Panette trying to... It looked like she was thinking about throwing her into the ring as well. Clover waiting. Clover was waiting. Looks like she couldn't wait anymore. Rinkah getting ready to break somebody. Ooh, but didn't see from behind that it looked like a stomp, but instead might have been a backwards leg lariat. Might be trying to feed Rinkah to Panette. And here's the thing. Clover's still, I think, the most dangerous person in this fight. At least at present. She's the one with the finisher. It looked like she was trying to hit the coolest kick in town. She was! And she did hit it. And while Panette was waiting in the ring the entire time, that's the one thing that got her out. She said, oh, no, no, no. That's my partner's move. Don't you dare. Oh, but look at this. Reversal. I think she was trying to hit a move. She was trying to hit her finisher, actually. And reversal there as well. Oh, tried it a German suplex. Clover lands on her feet. Incredible athleticism. I don't even know who that hit. It hit everybody. And this is what I was talking about earlier. There's a world where these two just end up fighting each other, and Rinkah's able to pick up the scraps while she's already hurt, and that might be the world we live in. Because Clover very cockily tried to use the coolest kick in town, and it looks like it may have affected Panette because she is not happy about it in the slightest. Kick to the leg. Clover tossed in the ring. Rinkah tossed in right after. Clover was going for that axe kick. It got reversed. Oh my gosh, but instead Rinkah ate a barbed wire baseball bat and wisely rolling out. Oh my gosh. Panette does not have resiliency. Panette doesn't have resiliency right now. That was 3. Oh my gosh. And a future shock DDT by Clover. May have just stolen one, and Rinkah's gonna have to burn resiliency at this point. 1, 2, and she sure enough does. At this juncture, it's Clover's match to win. Off the ropes. Rinkah rolled out of the way. Up and stalling into that. Stomp to the back of the neck. Rinkah does have a finisher on lock, but goes outside of the ring. Honestly, she might have wanted to go for the pinfall there. Clover does not have resiliency at the very least right now. Doesn't need her to build it up. Oh, but here's the thing. Clover, such a sneaky competitor. Oh, slammed Rinkah down. Double stomp to the member of the Flame Tribe. Tried to go for another kick, but a dragon screw connects. And here's the thing. Clover's got a finisher now. That's the last thing Rinkah wanted to see. But apparently the power game might be, oh no, reverse the pressure. Instead hit a suplex of her own. Goes to get the sledgehammer, it looks like. Tried to go for the injured midsection. Missed the spear and missed the kick. Both missing their finishers at the same time. But she might hit it this time. Goes under. Oh, she hit it, but kicked her out of the ring. I don't know if it was the power of Clover, or maybe it was wise maneuvers by Rinkah. But oh my gosh. Did she just save her match from ending? Turns her around. Power game sends Clover down. We talked about this being Clover's match to lose. If she lets Rinkah come back from this, missed out. That's what Clover wants us to do, count Clover out. That's, she said, keep counting me out. And I'll just prove you're wrong. Might go for the pin right now. Kick right to the injured back and midsection. Then goes right with that sledgehammer again. And again. And one more time. Ooh, but actually not even a clothesline. It looked like a forearm to the throat. What is she thinking here? Gator roll. Gator roll back. Still holding on. Oh my gosh. Almost into a, it looks like a crossface. Is it actually a crossface? Oh my gosh. I thought she was walking to the corner for that spear, but instead Clover gets up and gets hit with the fireball. Clover can't see. Clover can't see, and that might be exactly what Rinkah wanted. She can't see, and the spear connects. Clover doesn't have resiliency. 1, 2, and that's 3. Yo, I don't know how she did that. Between Clover kicking up, Rinkah brought out the flames, brought out the fire, singed the face of Clover, who could no longer see, and then Rinkah walked right to the corner and ended our night. My gosh, what a show. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a Rebellion. Panette, unable to move on. But a lot of that might have been the mental game from Clover. We might not have seen really the last of those two interacting, however, that is our show. At least in terms of matches. Ladies and gentlemen, that is everything. Rinkah somehow, someway... At the end of the day, fireball, spear, and Clover was this close from having resiliency, but she ain't have it. Shadow the Hedgehog won this match. Flair could not kick Palutena, so had to take the count-out victory. I still don't know what happened here, so I'm really waiting for the news to hopefully tell me, or at least footage from the audience. And if we do get it, we'll have it for next time. Burnus and Hu Tao beat Yuri and Yu, who just walked out saying, I don't need this right now. My gosh. We'll check our news real quick. This is the only bit of news that we have from this week, and it is Al Haytham came down to ringside while brooding as he watched his rival's match. He made his move after the match ended, attacking Pai to start a brawl between the two superstars. Their hostility may have been the pilot. Past the point of no return, both of them wanted to beat each other in fights instead of matches. What happened? Whatever happened, I'm gonna have to get like footage from fans in the audience. We will see. I will see, but you know what? We were blind. We were blind to what happened during that, so I'm excited to see what happened. I don't even think the cameras are cut. From what I was told, it was lights in the arena that were cut. So there's some, it feels like some shenanigans. However, as we go on and watch out, or the stars, make the stars go. We got one more thing, and that's Sakura as she attempts to explain herself. So let's take it to the arena right now. Alright, let's see what Sakura Ogami has to say. Over the past, I want to say, not even like the past couple of weeks, Sakura's been on a little bit of a change for the past couple of months, maybe ever since winning that All-Star Championship around that time, around October-ish. Things just haven't been right with Sakura, and Sakura finally going to speak up about it. But things just got progressively worse and worse and worse when the new year hit. Attacking people, taking matches too far, choke slamming Arrow. Let's let Sakura have her moment. Yeah, we know you've changed. We know Sakura. Yeah, I guess. Oh, the Nikon attack. Dang. And the audience going wild for it too. That's kind of crazy. No regrets there either. And ended up kicking Noelle too. No regrets. Oh. Oh, that's my cue. Hold on. Play footage. There we go. We finally got the footage from the gym where this attack happened earlier this year, I believe. I showed Sakura this during our meeting, and she actually had no real idea about this. And you can't really blame Arrow, they hadn't really talked. Dang. Relentless kicks, too. Ugh. Right onto the knee. The knee braceless knee. Sakura doesn't remember doing this. What does that mean now? Oh, and a kick. A table set up. I think it was the same tables we got at the AWE for this gymnasium. They gotta purchase some better tables, man. They gotta purchase some better tables. We buy them on the cheap, so this is a real cheap gym. They got a whole bunch of, I need to stop, let me behave. This is a real serious moment. Sakura can't be sure that this wasn't her. That's gotta hurt. Clearly physically Arrow, but like Sakura seeing this and saying, I don't remember this, but that doesn't necessarily prove that I didn't do it. Yeah, I guess that's true. Could have been some sort of control. We've seen other people be controlled before in the AWE via void shenanigans. Man, I guess almost like flashback lights. I don't know. I guess I can't really be sure either. I was with Sakura when I showed her this. I didn't hear any of this though. The arrow can. That is true. Oh no. It's about Arrow, but it's just as much about Sakura to prove to her that she didn't do it herself. Dang, cut us back. And so, it's come down to this. Sakura claims that none of this was her, but at the very least, it could have been. Maybe she just doesn't remember. She's been in and out. Could someone be somehow using her body? I'm not sure. Is there just another Sakura out there? I'm not sure. Is there a doll? Is there a clone? Is there an alien, a shapeshifter? Any of these options could be legitimate, but all she says is that it was not her, and she would never attack Arrow. But Arrow had fear in their eyes, and Sakura saw it when Arrow came out to the ring. Sakura saw it when Arrow was guest reffing that match. And I don't know if that's even fear or if it's just, I'm not sure if I believe this. And so Sakura said, the only person who can prove this is you. Because whoever that me was that fought you wasn't me, and the only way to tell the difference is for you to fight me. And I know, as of yesterday, Arrow accepted the match. And that match will be at Valentine's Violence. It will be Sakura Ogami. It will be Arrow Ogami. One-on-one. And you know, to make it a little bit spicier, I said, you know, it's gonna be a dojo match. Sakura is going to have to prove it to Arrow. And that's the only way that she knows how. All this time Arrow was saying, I don't want to fight my wife, but in this one instance, I think they need to fight their wife. That is going on February 15th at Valentine's Violence. We're also seeing a lot of things trying to build on Valentine's Violence, especially on this show. There's some shenanigans happening. I'll be trying to figure out what happened between Pi and I'll hate them. I'm still unsure. Thankfully we got the footage from the gym. Big appreciation to that fitness center for sending it to us. Hopefully we'll be able to decipher what's going on here. If Arrow, during that fight or after that fight, says, yeah, that's definitely my wife. Hopefully we get that answer February 15th. Less than a month away from Valentine's Violence. But I'll see you next week for more Rebellion. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Until then, thank you for watching.